Hello everyone, we're back and we're moving on to NFL. Now, Logan Mankins signs his tender and he reports to the Patriots. He might even play. So, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, it's pretty good news for the Patriots. I mean, the rich get richer. The team's already 6-1. And it seems like every week this team always has all the media off of them. There's always different stories on the other side. You see Brett Favre on the other side, and Randy Moss saving the team or whatever. But this team's just quietly rolling to the best record in the whole league. And if I'm a Boston fan, which I am, I'm looking at the Celtics, the Bruins, and the Patriots. All those three teams are huge title contenders. But, Mankins comes back. I think Dan Connolly did a great job on the left side as a left guard. Team's only giving up 12 sacks in the season. But I think Logan Mankins makes that team one of the best offensive lines in the game.
I mean, as you can tell, I'm not a Patriots fan, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of mad about this. But, I mean, Logan Mankins is a great player.
Yeah.
And, I mean, going to any team, that's going to boost their line.
Yeah.
And on top of, the way the Patriots have already been doing, this is just going to be phenomenal for them. They're going to easily take the East.
Yeah, Brady trusts Mankins. This is going to help the running game out. Dan Connolly's been solid, but nobody really can trust him since he's not really experienced.
He has made some errors, but
yeah, but he's been pretty solid.
He's been solid, but he's not.
He's really their backup because they lost Cashy too.
Yeah, he's not a long-term solution.
Oh yeah,
he's a short-term, and
but
that's
he's
what
filming nicely.
But I mean, if you think about it, their running game is really coming together right now.
It is. Ben Jarvis Greenell is over 100 yards,
and then Woodhead. I mean,
Woodhead too.
Who would have ever thought he was going to do?
And I think Fred Taylor's coming back in a couple weeks too.
Yeah, so you add him to the line, and
it seems good.
They might have an average of like 100, 125 yards per game on the ground.
Yeah,
and that's something the Patriots have never had.
That's true.
So I mean,
well, in the Corey Dillon years they did.
Yeah, but
not that high, but. I mean, I don't know if we can trust. I mean, they had a really good game last week. Let's wait another couple weeks to see how this running game is.
I'm saying combined, they might have.
True.
I'm not saying one player's going to have 125 every week.
I mean,
but between the three of them,
Bill Belichick's having one of his best coaching years of his career, and I mean, this guy can shake up anything. They can throw for 400 yards one week and then rush for 200 yards the next week. This team can change whatever they're doing week to week.
I mean, we've been saying all along the Patriots' only fault was their running game.
Yeah, and it's really stepping up.
Their running game's coming together.
Ben Jarvis Greenell.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the Patriots being able to execute play action after running and
all you need is just a solid running game with Tom Brady. Tom Brady's just a lot of those sacks. I mean, we mentioned he only's given up 12 sacks or whatever, but he's really escaping the pocket really well. You see that play to Brandon Tate? That was a great play. He found him really good with the scramble. He's really developed into a good scrambling quarterback. Great running on fourth down too, in the quarterback sneak. I like Tom Brady this year too.
All right, well, moving on. For the Eagles, Vic and Jackson are back. Having said that, who's your pick for the NFC East?
It's got to be the Eagles. I mean, they have a solid running game. Their passing game, no matter which quarterback's in, is really doing pretty well.
Yeah.
And then you throw Jackson back in there, and their offense is going to take off. Their defense is solid. Their special teams is solid. I don't see them winning the Super Bowl, but I see them making the playoffs.
Well, I mean, the NFC East is a lot of people are taking whoever wins that division to win the Super Bowl. So you don't think the Eagles have a shot in the Super Bowl if they win that?
I mean, they have a shot,
but
I don't think they're going to win it.
I really like the Eagles this year too. I think they're going to win the wild card. But I like the Giants this year. I think that wide receiver core with Hakeem Nicks and Steve Smith is really coming along. Even with Myron Manning getting him out, and really, I'm on Bradshaw. He's a really good running back.
Bradshaw's been doing great, but the only thing that troubles me about that team is Eli.
He's in third.
Yeah.
Eli hasn't been looking so great.
Yeah, but I mean, he's gotten them. He's won a Super Bowl for them.
Yeah, but that year he was doing a lot better too. He doesn't look like.
But it doesn't really. That year he also didn't have that same kind of wide receiver core and running back.
But he looked better with the.
That's true.
He's not his brother, so.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll come out and throw like 4 touchdowns one game, and then the other he'll have a lot of picks.
Yeah. So. But this Giants defense is looking really good too. I think they're ranked third against the pass and second against the run. So they're really in the NFC.
I think
it seems really good.
I think the Giants are going to win the wild card, and the Phillies are going to.
Yeah, they're both really good teams.
But I mean, it's going to be them too. I mean.
Yeah. I don't think Washington has a shot. Obviously, Dallas has a shot.
Who cares about Dallas? Yeah. I mean.
Wade Phillips is a joke.
That's the biggest upset this year.
Obviously.
All right, well, the season is halfway over. We're going to do this right now. World Series. Super Bowl picks. Good. Start us off, Mitch.
All right, in the NFC, I'm gonna say the Falcons. I really like what Mike Smith's doing with this team. Like I always said every week, I love Roddy White, I love Matt Ryan, I love Michael Turner. I like that offense. The defense is really good too. I think they're stepping up. This is gonna be a big test. I think we're gonna mention this later. Like against Santa Bay. I mean, nobody saw this coming. We're both 5-2. I think that's gonna be a huge game.
Yeah.
And I really like Atlanta this year. I think Atlanta is gonna be playing the Giants in the NFC championship game, and in the AFC, I think it's gonna be Pats Colts, and I think it's gonna be Pats Falcons in the Super Bowl. And I'm gonna go Pats. Take it.
I'm agreeing with you with the Patriots. However, on the other side, I'm going to have to disagree a little bit there.
Yep.
I think the Steelers have a really good shot at this.
They do.
I mean, their defense looks almost better.
They lost this week, but
They lost, but their defense is looking
their defense
almost
is better.
better than they have in previous years.
Jerome Harrison has to find out a way to not get fined. I mean, what the hell?
I know, he got fined again this week, but
This guy's.
I mean, if he gets suspended, that's going to hurt them.
Yeah.
But I really think the Steelers, once Big Ben really starts settling in, they're going to be a very hard team to beat.
They are.
But I do think that the Falcons are going to be there all the way.
I really like their coach too. Mike Tomlin is one of the best in the game.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we beat the Patriots to death.
Yeah.
I mean, they're.
I mean, no homer pick, but they are a really good team. I mean, the Patriots are tough to beat, so it's gonna be tough to beat them. I mean, I could see Indy beating them, and Indy could beat anybody with Peyton Manning. But I think the coaching's big there. I don't think Jim Caldwell has enough experience. I think Bill Belichick, he's doing a great job coaching this team.
Yeah.
I mean, no coach can coach up this young defense as well as he's doing. Devin McCourty looks like the defensive rookie of the year.
I think the Patriots have a better defense than the Colts, and that's
true.
That's going to be
And
the
they have
determining factor.
and they have a better coach. And
You just reminded me of something that I saw.
Yeah.
Did you see the play with Peyton Manning? How it sparked that whole controversy, where he went to slide, and I believe it was Brian Cushing came in, and he didn't hit him,
yeah,
but he kind of he touched him and kind of like rolled over him,
yeah.
and I believe he ended up getting a penalty for that. And if he hadn't done they basically just wanted him to let him go, but once the quarterback goes into a slide, you cannot touch him.
Yeah.
And that gave Peyton Manning easily 3 or 4 more yards. I don't think he got the penalty, but if he had hit him and stopped him, he would have got a penalty, but Peyton Manning picked up the first down. Do you think that rule should be changed?
I don't know. I didn't see the play, so it's tough for me to judge.
It's basically the rule where if any player goes into a slide to end the play, you cannot touch them.
I like that rule. You know, it would help Michael Vick out a lot. It would help a lot of quarterbacks out a lot, actually. But I don't know. I'd have to see the play again.
See, to me, I don't like it because they get a few. It's when they show they're going into a slide, so that could still be another couple of yards before they actually go into it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think if you hit them hard, obviously, then But I just wanted to bring that up and get your opinion.
All right. Now moving on to top games. Beadal's record stands here at 10-6. Mitch 8-8. All right. So
Gonna make up some ground.
first,
8-8 is still pretty
Very
solid,
good.
though.
Solid
This is really hard to do.
Yeah, no.
You know, I've gotten a little bit lucky taking the harder picks.
Yeah, you're reaching out there. This season was tough. I mean, nobody wins all the time, so.
all right. Game number 1. Dolphins at Ravens. Who wins?
You want to take this one out, Shadow?
I'm going Ravens. I mean,
Ravens.
the Ravens' defense dominates Miami's defense. Miami's defense is solid, but I mean the Ravens' top 2 defense, like we've been saying all along. And I mean, I think their offense can match Miami's offense.
Yeah.
Maybe be a little bit better. So I don't see how they don't win this.
A big aspect in this game is the Miami's offensive line. I think if they can hold the Baltimore pass rush, they have a shot. And I really like Miami was they were thinking about grabbing Randy Moss if the Titans didn't get him. I think Titans were the only one to have play him in there. If they got Randy Moss, that would have been tough. But I really like Miami. I mean, they're actually winning some tough games here.
They are, and I'm not trying to take anything away from them, but I just.
With that exception to the Patriots, they've really looked good in almost every week. But I'm going with the Ravens in this one too. It's at Ravens, and I really like the Ravens this year. And I think it's going to be the offensive line for Miami is going to be an X factor. But I'm going to say it's going to be actually a defensive showdown. Actually, I'm going to say 17-14 Baltimore.
I'm saying 24-14.
All right. Next game. Colts at Eagles.
Colts at Eagles.
Who takes it?
That's a tough game. with Vic and Jackson both coming back this week, you don't know if they're going to be at 100%, if they're going to still be in that football mode. And I think that's going to hurt them a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm going with the Colts. I mean, I don't know. I just think the Colts offense is going to dominate this game.
Yeah. I'm going with the Colts, too. I really liked what I seen from Jacob Tammy last game as a tight end, covering him from Dallas Clark. I mean, Peyton Manning, anyone out there, if they're open, he'll make them look like a Pro Bowler. I like the Colts in this game. I like what you said about the Vic and Jackson coming back. They might be a little rusty. I really like Philadelphia this season, but I'm gonna go Indy pretty good too. They've been looking good the last couple weeks. They've really been back in now elite teams. I like Indy 24-13.
I'm going Indy 38-31.
All
I
right.
think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
All right, cool.
All right, now moving on to the game of the week. Buccaneers at Falcons.
Yeah, who would have thought this would have been the game of the week?
I know.
But whoever wins this game is going to be for the NFC South. And I really like Atlanta. Like I said, who's home here?
The Atlanta's home.
Atlanta. I'm going to say Atlanta wins this game. I really like. Tampa Bay said that they are the best team in the NFC. I don't believe that. I really like what I seen from LeGarrette Blount last week. LeGarrette Blount, the running back. I mean, Cadillac Williams has been a boss his whole career. I like LeGarrette Blount. I like Josh Freeman. I like this defense, but I'm going to go Atlanta. I'm going to say they win pretty easily. I'm going to say they win 27-14.
I don't really have much of an opinion on this game. I think both teams
It's
are very
tough.
evenly matched.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Tampa Bay just because you picked Atlanta.
All right, cool.
I don't know. I've just been liking Tampa Bay all year.
I like them too.
I think Atlanta's the better team on paper, but Tampa Bay's just been playing really well.
I really like Raheem Morris, the coach.
Yeah.
He's coach of the year, I think, in my book.
It's going to be a very close game, 24-21.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay.
I like that.
All right, now this coming Thursday, Baltimore is going to be playing Atlanta Thursday Night Football, and since we can't cover that, since we're a Friday show, we're going to cover that right here. So who wants to start it off? Who's going to take the win?
I'll take it. I'm going to say Baltimore.
You going to say Baltimore for
This
the win?
one's at Atlanta again?
Yes, this one is at Atlanta again.
I'll say Baltimore, actually.
No?
I think it's coming
Change
off.
this pick?
I think after Atlanta has their really good win against Tampa Bay, they're going to be pumped up. Baltimore's a really good team. They're not going to have enough time to game plan. And I mean, Baltimore's playing a good team too. But I think Baltimore's going to come out with this one. I think they're going to come out 21-10.
I agree with you on Baltimore too because I mean, I'd say the offenses again here are pretty similar.
Yeah.
You know, you got the young quarterback with the solid running back.
Yeah.
But you know the decent wide receiver. I mean, Roddy White's there.
Yeah.
But then you have Baltimore's
So who are you going with?
So I think the offenses are the same. So defense is going to be the key here. So I'm going to take Baltimore.
All right.
17-14.
Real quick, fantasy players of the week. Go ahead, Brian.
All right. This week I'm starting Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
He's at Buffalo, I believe. I know he's playing Buffalo. I'm pretty sure they're in Buffalo.
Yeah.
But, I mean, how do you not start him against Buffalo?
Exactly.
You know, he hasn't had a great season.
Start anybody against Buffalo.
He started out this season pretty well. He's kind of dropped off a little bit, but, you know, passing to Matt Forte, I think, is going to be a huge thing here. So, and sitting this week, I'm going to say Matthew Stafford. You know, playing the Jets, and I'd sit Calvin Johnson as well. You know, that's pretty much half their passing game right there. So,
Are we going to break or should we put mine in?
Very quick.
All
very
right.
quick.
You know what? I like Brett Favre this week. Losing Randy Moss gets all that pressure off his back. I think Brett Favre's going to have a pretty good game. I think he's playing Arizona. I like Brett Favre this week, and I also like LeGarrette Blount. Not this week because he's playing Atlanta, but throughout the whole season. I think LeGarrette Blount's going to emerge as their top running back over Cadillac Williams. I think they're going to rely on Blount throughout the whole season. I really like playing Blount if you want to get him right now. I think he's out there in a lot of leagues. I'm sitting Jahvid Best. If you look at Jahvid Best, everyone thought this guy was going to be great. You should have sold him really early. He's really only had one game over 59 yards rushing, and he's playing the Jets this week. I don't like Best this week.
I agree.
All right, well, we have one final segment to come, but for right now, we're going to take another short break.